Routine traffic stops or any interaction with law enforcement can be stressful for anyone, but those with disabilities may have even more of a difficult time. Our reporter Ken McCoy tells us one way Alabama is helping to make those interactions safer.
Now, Nixon, we all know the feeling of having police officers pull up behind us. The anxiety we feel normally is often heightened for someone who's on the autism spectrum. That's why proper identification can help both parties have better interaction.
Loud sirens, bright lights, these are just a few signs of a traffic stop. Now imagine that you're on the autism spectrum and everything you see is causing a sensory overload.
Often we were hearing experiences of people, adults and people that had children with autism, they would be pulled over in a traffic stop, and that's already a nerve-wracking experience for any of us. And then combine it with someone that has autism, and there's not a lot of training. We're taught how to drive. We're not taught how to handle a traffic stop anyway.
Fortunately, situations like these can be de-escalated in many situations if the individual has an autism spectrum disorder identification card.
We partnered and we helped the legislation along back in 2014 to get this going. But you have to have a diagnosis, and you have to have a recommendation from either your pediatrician, your psychiatrist, or your regular general practitioner.
And while this method helps with police interactions, the hope is that this card helps in all interactions.
Well, this does provide a level of sense of safety. If someone is able to drive, you can also instruct them in a situation where their safety might be compromised to say, if you're in any situation to show your ID, you should always have the ID card along with your ID to let people know that you have autism. What would be great is if people in other outlets of our society were able to recognize the yellow card as well, and that is our hope.
Now, the card does cost $10, and for instructions on how to apply, head over to our website at fox54.com.